As the nation looks back upon the historic hurricanes of 2005, Texas has much for which to be thankful. Although Texas did not experience a direct hit from Hurricane Katrina, within days we sheltered tens of thousands of evacuees in the Houston Astrodome. And just days later, an additional 25,000 were sent to shelters in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and another 36,000 to San Antonio. Smaller shelters and communities throughout the state of Texas absorbed tens of thousands more. Within 6 days, an estimated 250,000 evacuees were being sheltered and cared for throughout our state, with another 100,000 being transported to neighboring states. And these numbers don't even take into account the additional evacuees from Hurricane Rita, which made landfall on September 24th. There is no way these survivors could have been cared for without the tens of thousands of volunteers who served in a myriad of ways, including search and rescue, mass sheltering, feeding, health care, spiritual care, grief counseling, and later recovery efforts like debris removal, tarping, mucking out flooded properties, demolishing structures, and later rebuilding. Schools and community centers attended to the needs of thousands of displaced children, and nursing homes and hospitals made way for the elderly and disabled in untold numbers. Among those selfless volunteers were literally thousands of National Service members from AmeriCorps and Senior Corps who served tirelessly to meet these unprecedented demands. As the state's National Commission, One Star Foundation, and the Corporation for National and Community Services state's office in Austin provided oversight for the deployment of Senior Corps and AmeriCorps volunteers trained in volunteer and donations disaster response and recovery. Texas is unique in that its geographic size and diversity means that Texas communities face the risk of experiencing every type of disaster, including hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, wildfires, droughts, earthquakes, severe weather, disease epidemics, and many man-made disasters. In fact, Texas is the most disaster-prone state in the nation, with almost twice as many declared disasters as most other states since 1953. Of the nearly 2,000 major disaster declarations that have occurred throughout the United States over the last 60 years, a third of those occurred in just 10 states. And of those 10 states, Texas has had the most, with a majority of 89 major disaster declarations. Since the devastation of 2005, One Star Foundation has become a highly valued partner with the Texas Division of Emergency Management, and as recently as June occupied a seat in our State Emergency Operations Center, representing the faith-based community and organizations that comprise our Texas VOAD. In Texas today, there are 23,000 National Service volunteers of all ages working to make our state stronger and more vibrant through community service. TDEM has invested specifically in a voluntary agency liaison to help our state leverage these national service resources and nonprofit networks so that we can develop systems to maintain and train effective volunteers, donations management, in times of disaster. On behalf of the state of Texas, I'd like to say thank you to One Star Foundation and the Corporation State Office for your commitment to meeting the needs of Texans through national service. Volunteering always will be at the heart of what makes our communities and state strong and resilient.